Hi, it's Will from Nexus Performance, and we're capping off our bench press series with how to actually perform the lift or sequence this all together. You'll notice that in all of our previous videos, it's been about the setup and actually getting to the point where you would actually start the descent. So a lot of the tutorial we've been doing is on that, and that is simply because that is the hardest part and the most screwed up part that I see. If you can get in the best position possible, then performing the lift is actually quite easy, because you've just got to hold that tightness whilst lowering it to your chest and pushing it back up. Your whole, as I've said before, your whole body doesn't actually move. It's just, well, hopefully it doesn't move, because that means you've got great stability, and it's just your arms moving. So Mickey, you want to get your set up again. She's going to get her feet set. She's going to come back, get her head under the bar, create that retraction and depression at the shoulders, get maximal tightness, flare her rib cage to the roof, grab the bar, squeeze it really hard, ribs up, heels down, big breath. I'm gonna help her unrack, coming out. She's gonna hold that, take another breath. She's gonna descend and press. Yeah, just do a few reps for us while I talk here. So what I like to cue is, if you've got your hand position right, you're squeezing it with your pinkies, squeezing it really hard, holding that retraction and depression, then most of the time you just need to worry about where you're touching on your chest. So if most of the time it's going to be an inch either above or below your sternum, just figure out, but what we're looking for is that vertical wrist as you do that. So too far forward, too far back, you're going to create issues with that. I don't like to cue people to tuck the elbows or to twist the bar or to pull the bar apart. Not that they're bad cues, but I find if people squeeze that bar really tight, hold their position really tight, and focus on their touch point, all that stuff will happen automatically. Sometimes I'll throw it in for people if they're having some troubles, but for the most part, I find that people, if they actually don't worry about their elbows, that it'll end up in the right position for them if they get the hands, if they get the tightness, if they get the touch point correct. So that's the descent, is just coming down nice and controlled. I like to touch the bar onto the chest with as much control as possible. I want to see it just graze your chest. I don't want to see it sink into your chest. I want to see just come down, nice light touch. Eggshells on the chest is something we'll cue, glass chest. Don't want to break that, and then press. This will make for a quick press call in comps, as they'll make you wait if it's bouncing around. And it'll, for most people, it's going to teach really good stability. The people that do sink it and do well at that are usually quite experienced in bench press and have learnt to hold their shoulders, their legs, their whole body tension whilst they're doing that little sink on their chest. If we look at the best bench pressers of all time, in my opinion, at the moment, well, I mean, it's not my opinion, it's truth. He's pressed the most weight. That's Crozier, and we'll put up a video of his press, and he is somebody that I would recommend trying to replicate. Nice light touch, 330 kilos in his hands, looks like nothing. That's what we want to aim for.